Alrighty, hey guys, Stan the Man here. In today's video, we are just going to be doing a pro wrestling type news video. Haven't done one of these in a while, and there's actually quite important news, that's coming out, or that's come out so far. Um, so yeah, really, without any further ado, let's get right into this. Now, this past Friday night on SmackDown, um, Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman, and Jimmy Uso were in the ring. I didn't watch the entire thing, but long story short, um, Solo Sikoa's brother Tama Tango um, debuted and they beat the living hell out of Jimmy Uso and basically kicked his ass out of the bloodline. Is basically what was happening, and Paul Heyman was getting ready to call Roman Reigns, and Solo ripped the phone out of his hand and started stomping on it. So that was pretty cool. I don't know. I really wonder what's happening with the Bloodline now. Is Solo just gonna kind of run it? Cause um, I know Reigns isn't coming back anytime soon. I think he will come back, but as far as the Bloodline goes, I don't really know how that's gonna go. There were rumors of Roman coming back, babyface, and him, Jay, and a few other Bloodline guys go against Tamatongo, Solo. But, the fact that they took Jimmy out now, I don't know. I mean, I know there's more Samoan brothers, I believe, but I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see what goes on from this point forward with that, but yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. All right, now this was last Monday, the night after WrestleMania. There was a little vignette of Celtic Warrior Sheamus returning. Sheamus is one of my favorite guys. He's always been one of my favorites. Um, he's got the look. He's jacked, and I love it. You love that he fights. He just enjoys what he does. Never backs down. He's a tough guy. But anyways, last night on Monday Night Raw, he ended up having his return match against Ivar, one half of the Viking Raiders, and man, he looked really good. Didn't look like he lost a step. Broad kicked him and won the match, so that was really cool. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with him yet because it's weird. I think when Sheamus left, he was part of the Brawling Brutes, and now Pete Dunne is back. I'm sorry, I don't remember what his name was in. Oh, Butch, and what's his face? I'm sorry, the guy that just Ridge Holland. He is supposedly leaving the company, maybe forever. I don't know. So I don't. I wonder where they're gonna put him in, how they're gonna work with him. But hey, maybe Sheamus will finally get the Intercontinental Championship after all. That would be pretty cool. All right, next update we have is an old injury update about Big E. Now, almost about 2 years ago, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods were going against Ridge Holland and um, Butch. And Ridge Holland went for a belly to belly suplex, and Big E landed right on his head. You could pretty much tell he broke his neck immediately. So basically, he's been out 2 years. He's been like showing up on the kickoff panel and stuff like that. So it's been cool to see him. He said that like the muscles or something in his neck are 100% healed. He feels fine. His neck feels good, but the bone hasn't grown back, and it may possibly not grow back. So it might look like he's not going to be cleared ever, or maybe he will. I don't know, but here's how I look at it. Basically, from what he's kind of said, it seems like he doesn't want to take a risk of hurting his neck again. And I understand that, but I don't even think he's cleared. It sounds like, honestly, unfortunately, he might not be cleared, but it's safer to, he broke his neck, so just call it off there. You don't want to hurt your neck again, possibly be in a wheelchair or paralyze yourself or something like that. So I respect whatever he does, but it looks like he's even enjoying being on the kickoff panels and talk shows on that. I mean, maybe even on one of the shows, put him on commentary. That would be good, you know. But I respect whatever he chooses to do, and I understand why. But yeah, all right, this is some craziness. You might even want to comment down. So we're talking about the AEW video of All In the UK, where Jungle Boy Jack Perry and CM Punk get in an altercation backstage. Now, the thing that's ridiculous about this is AEW, Tony Khan, and the Young Bucks, everybody on that show, put this on the air for everybody to see. Like, that's like putting Vince McMahon and CM Punk when they had their private talk when he got fired, like, online for everybody to see. Like, that's not professional, and that's just so ridiculous. Like, so from my understanding, Jack Perry was being a smartass, basically. I think Punk was telling him he shouldn't have done a spot, like a dangerous in-ring spot or something. It looked like Punk pushed him or something, and then Perry kept going, talking shit, like, come on, what are you gonna do about it? And Punk ended up putting him in, like, a headlock, kind of like, quote unquote, kind of like a playful headlock, because I was watching an interview on Dutch Mantel. Check out Storytime with Dutch Mantel, by the way. I watch him all the time. He was saying that Punk put him in the headlock, but if he really wanted to hurt him, he really would have wrenched down or started beating the shit out of him. Now, you know, I'm not saying that it's right that CM Punk put his hands on him, because, I mean, honestly, he shouldn't have done that. I mean, that was wrong. But, and then I think he called Tony Khan a clown or something in the background, yelling at him. And that's just a problem. Like, Tony just doesn't have a backbone, in my opinion. And, you know, the wrestling and everything is good on the show and stuff like that, but he's just an idiot. You know, I'm not going to say Vince McMahon's an angel. He's an idiot, but they're both idiots. But just putting that video of Punk and Jack Perry on AEW television, that was just ridiculous. It was stupid. And apparently they ended up taking the segment out because they were basically trying to show CM Punk's the bad guy. But, I mean, he kind of did look like it, but it's so 50-50, you know. Not everybody, they're basically making it out to, people are basing it off of what they want to know and what they want to see, but no matter what, if it was this specific video or not, I hear Jungle Boy is a pain in the ass kid, thinks he knows every single thing about the business, and just doesn't give a damn what wrestlers before him have done, and trying to give him advice in that, and he's just a big shot. But it's also been, for 8 months, Jungle Boy is under contract, but Tony hasn't let him be on TV, any matches, anything. So, is he punishing him? That's the thing, you know. If he was so pissed off at Jungle Boy about this, wouldn't he just fire his ass? But then maybe he thinks CM Punk's wrong, so he's keeping him. I don't know. It's a weird situation. It's just stupid. It all really could have been avoided. Honestly, it was just a dumb thing, honestly. Alright, next up we have the reveal of the new WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, Miz and R-Truth were on Monday Night Raw. They were trading in those old red tag titles for the new Tag Team Championships. Now, I really don't know about these. They kind of look a little messy to me. I think I just need to get used to it, but here's the thing that we can't deny. Look at Rhea Ripley's championship. Look at Damian Priest's championship. Look at these championships. They all have the same exact design. Like, I don't understand. I feel like they could have tried to make them look at least a little different than all the other titles they have, but I'm not sure. But, I mean, it's cool that Triple H, you know, trying to do a fresh start, trying to change stuff up and stuff like that, so I respect it in that aspect, but dude, if they're gonna make new titles and redesign them, make them different. Why do they all have to look the same, you know? And then last night, also on Monday Night Raw, a lot of shit happened on Monday Night Raw last night. I actually missed the live part of this, but I saw it. Rhea Ripley came down with her arm in like a sling or whatever, and she basically said that she was injured and had to relinquish the women's championship. So that stunk. That was really sad. Um, I mean, thankfully, at least she's had this belt for kind of a while. She was able to make it through WrestleMania with it, but damn, it's still just really sad still. She had a really kick-ass match at WrestleMania, but I'm assuming it did happen in the WrestleMania match because next night on Raw, there was Liv Morgan throwing the chair at Ripley and she couldn't have the match. And then the next week, which was last night, she isn't able to uh, keep her role as the women's champion because she's going to be out for several months. I mean, this will set up um, Rhea and Liv Morgan, but still, we'll see who ends up winning this championship. I'm assuming maybe they'll put it in a tournament. Maybe they'll just have a single match for it at WrestleMania Backlash. But we'll have to see how that goes. And then finally, one of the last stories we have is either next week or the week after. The WWE draft is coming back. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm really not very excited about this because they did the draft in 2016, and then I think another time after that, and all you guys know if you've watched, they are obsessed. They can't keep just certain people on a certain show. They have to they can't just have one person on one show. They just seemingly can't stick to it. Now, I will say I have a little bit of hope maybe because Triple H, maybe he'll try and stick out with it and really stick to it. I mean, you watch back, like, I remember there was Team Michaels against Team Umaga, and they had a fight in the parking lot and stuff. Like, shit like that is the stuff I miss. Or even in 2016, you know, they still did the attacking each other's shows. That was entertaining. I liked that. But, you know, it just falls apart with everyone switching shows. But, you know, the main thing people get excited about the draft is Raw against SmackDown at Survivor Series. But, I mean, guys, even you look at Survivor Series now, this year we didn't even do traditional Survivor Series tag. They did the War Games, so, I mean, I guess they could do SmackDown versus Raw War Games, but I don't know, it just really doesn't feel the same. But, you know what, I'm not gonna try and just ditch the draft immediately. I'm gonna try and give it a chance, but you know, we'll have to see how it goes. Um, that still explains why they have like Raw and SmackDown championships. Grayson Waller and Theory have them, and then Truth and Miz have them. But I don't know. We'll really have to see how the draft goes and what comes out of it. So yeah, guys, comment down below what you think about some of these news. And give me your take on the CM Punk Jack Perry thing, because it's all confusing. I watched a few videos on it of people's different takes, but that's pretty much what I got out of it. So yeah. Guys, if you haven't checked out, I ended up putting my WrestleMania trip vlog up yesterday. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. And I will see you guys in the next video.